he is. Oh, can you hold a couple of seconds? And then I'm thinking first. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Stogie411. We are live here on episode number 4, the B&M and Blogger Show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're trying something a little different tonight. We're doing during the week a night show. We're bringing in some bloggers, B&Ms, and trying to mix it up a little bit. As always, host, you're probably hearing noise right now because Ed is still open, and as you can tell, our guests today are Ed from St. Pete Cigars and Tom from TomCigars.com. So let's get the show rolling. As always,
hey Tom, can you turn the audio or the mic off?
You're gonna need to turn your audio down, buddy. There you go. How's it going, buddy?
Wow. Yeah, pretty good. How'd everybody like that new intro? It's pretty sweet, wasn't it? Mr. Matt Maruna supplied that.
Yeah, it was an awesome intro. Awesome. I hope everybody liked it. Sorry for all the noise. We knew this show was going to be a wild ride. So, well, we got Tom sitting here. Ed's busy making money. We can't knock him for making money. So, Tom, how's it going, brother?
It's all good, man. There's a sensor that's going off right now, as you can hear. And that means Ed's making money. That is the sound of money.
Exactly.
But is the audio all right otherwise?
Yeah, the audio sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, man.
I just want to cut back the feedback. I don't know if you hear it, but we're hearing ourselves talk.
Yeah, definitely have to turn the speakers down a little bit there.
I have turned it down, but Ed should be back in a couple moments. But anyway, I'm hanging out here by myself.
Well, why don't we get into this, Tom? While we're waiting on Ed, why don't you tell the people a little bit about how you got into this famous world of cigar blogging, and tell me a bit about your site.
The famous world. I got a better idea. How about if I turn that buzzer off first?
Okay, or rip it off the wall, either one.
It's right next to me. Hold on.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Live show.
The show has gone awry.
We've lost everybody.
Goodbye. All right. So anyway.
All right.
Answer your question. You want the quick version?
Listen, we got an hour show, so take whatever version you want.
Well, I got to give props to the original blog, in my opinion, which is Stogie411.com. Jerry and Walt. Watched those guys basically when I started smoking cigars, and watching their videos, you could smoke cigars along with the video and kind of figure out your own palate. So I kind of not worship them, but you know what I mean. They kind of inspired me to start doing that, and I knew this cool tobacconist named Ed, who will be here in 2 seconds, and I figured he'd make a good reviewer. So it spawned the Ed and Tom reviews. Now the original intent was for Ed to do solo reviews, like like Walter, Jerry, or Mike, like what you guys do.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't having it. I have one take of Ed doing an intro by himself, and he was like, "Screw this, I'm not." He's like, "You're gonna have to be in the reviews, or I'm not doing it." So I was like, "All right, I guess I got to do it." So that's the only reason. That's the only reason I'm here is because he made me.
That's right.
Otherwise, I would be in the background. You wouldn't even know who I am.
Who says we do know who you are?
Yeah, a couple hundred people, but
that's
all
great.
good. So it spawned Tom Cigars and the whole bit.
Cool. Hey, Ed, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome, buddy. Anytime.
Yeah. You all done making money now? You can talk to the fine people in our chat now?
You good to go? Can you hear him?
We good to go, yeah.
All right, just check it. Well, Ed, listen, Tom gave us a little insight. Why don't you give us a little insight and the people in the chat room how you got started in the business, and a little bit about your place.
Well, I was in Germany for about 9 years, and then I moved here in 2004. And my brother's been in the business about 17 years out in Virginia. So he tried to push me to get into this business. He came down and visited me. We were looking all around for about a week, and we found nothing. So I decided to walk the beach. And the place that I am at now, we checked it out, but it wasn't for sale at the time. The little place that I had. Well, about 6 months later, I was looking through the newspaper on business opportunities, and there he was up for sale. So I checked him out on a Saturday, and I bought the place on Monday, which was June 1st, and that's been 6 years since then.
Awesome.
So the reason basically was my brother pushing me into the business.
Good. Awesome. Well, normally, what we like to do here, Tom probably already knows, but Ed, you seem to be new to Stogie411. So what we're going to do is we got some questions. We're just going to banter back and forth. We're going to take some questions from our chat room. Hopefully they got some questions for you guys. And sit back. We're going to have a little fun. We're going to get into a few tough subjects that I know Tom's a little passionate about lately. So, Mike, why don't you go ahead and take it away with a few questions we got from a viewer.
All right. Yeah, John sent these in. First question. What is the most interesting reaction, positively and or negatively, that you have received from a cigar manufacturer or brand owner in reaction to one of your reviews of their cigar? I mean, have you had, the positive and negative aspects of doing the review? Have manufacturers really come out and hammered you for some of the stuff?
Not really. We did. Basically, he's saying all the reviews we've done.
Right.
We got positive feedback, negative.
Mostly positive.
Yeah, we've had a couple.
We had a
couple negatives.
Couple of negatives. One time with Camacho and.
Actually, to Camacho's defense, in the end, they were like, we know you didn't like our cigar, but we appreciate your opinion type of attitude. Another manufacturer, I can't remember the name, they were kind of like hurt. They acted like they were not offended, but like their feelings were hurt. And then I felt bad.
That's talking about the guy that came out with the new cigar and our opinion.
This was years ago.
Yeah. This was years ago.
Right. So it might be the same guy, but
yeah.
So it's been like hurt feelings to anger.
Mostly positive.
But 95% of it has been, we appreciate your honesty.
Actually, 99% of it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like 3 bad reviews, and we've got hurt feelings and maybe some damaged relationships. I don't know. I mean, Ed's a businessman, so I don't know how that would affect him. Whereas me, I don't care. I'm just an asshole on the internet.
No, it never hurt my business. So.
Well, that's good. So I didn't hurt your business.
No, you didn't. No. I think you helped.
I was always curious about that because it'd be like, well, because bad relationships in the cigar industry, that could be detrimental. I mean,
it was very few and far between.
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody's like a family, basically.
Honesty is good.
Yeah.
So I guess in the end, 99% of the people appreciate your honest opinion as long as you're not just saying, "Oh, this sucks," I don't like it, and you don't have a good reason for saying it.
Right.
Like what you guys do. It's nothing.
Yeah, but this show isn't about us right now. We're talking about you.
Right.
But we all do the same thing.
This is all about you. All about you.
Me.
We got a couple more questions in the chat room. It's actually, it'll be the same question for both of you. Cigar Lifter, and if I say your name wrong, I'm sorry. Porrigity? They both want to know how long you guys have been smoking cigars.
6 years.
So that's a newbie in the large scheme of things, and as am I. I've been maybe smoking 4 or 5 years at the most.
Yeah.
And
you started smoking about a year
after you opened, maybe?
After I opened, yeah.
And that's a small story.
What's the budget?
Chinese place down the street I used to go to. Takes 10 minutes to make your food, so I would always run down to this cigar shop with this Portuguese guy in there. And it eventually became like a second home. It's good, but that's the quick story on that. He got me hooked, basically.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet up?
Well, that's how it's. I met Ed waiting for Chinese food.
That's right. That's true.
Yep.
That's true.
So,
I would have never guessed.
Yeah. 10 minutes, there goes $100. It was all good. He treated this new customer, which was me, like I'd been there 1,000 times. So I would say, well, I like Chinese food. I like spicy food. And he'd be like, well, try this.
Yeah.
Do you like chocolate? Do you like sweet? Oh, hell yeah, I'm fat. Look, try this triple Maduro. That's chocolatey good,
That's right.
So that kind of spawned developing palate. And